Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a throwback for the song that started off for this evening. Um, we're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing at this evening, and do a miniature little recap. While we go ahead and get things kicked off. And we'll go ahead and start with Warren this evening.
Hi, I am Warren, and I am playing Victor Marlowe, the very unusual Tremere. He's unusual because he doesn't know any blood magic yet.
Imagine being a clan that we like how we talked about being a magician who used blood magic, and now you don't use blood magic. So are you really even a Tremere?
I mean, he's got a long time to learn the magic, right? He's in this for the long haul. It'll be fine.
The long con, if you will. Next up we have Rob.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rob. I'm going to be playing Vincent, Alessandra. Sort of a weird Lasombra in that he doesn't know how to use any of his disciplines.
You know, as someone who's terrified of the Lasombra, that's a good Lasombra. I'm just saying. Um, Next up we have Lennon,
Hello, my name's Lennon, and I play Kenneth, a Nosferatu.
and last but not least, Ian.
I think I missed it this time. Damn it. But hi, my name's Ian. I am playing Riley, the Toreador.
Ba-do-do-boo. Um, so last time you guys continued to have a bit of some information being gathered as you guys continue to learn about your place in this new society that you are thrown into. Uh, a good chunk was sort of discussing what your guys' next steps were going to be at this new sort of rant and rave event that, even though it wasn't supposed to be for a few months compared to what Baron Fairfield said, there seemed to be one coming up very rapidly. You guys did some digging and decided how exactly you guys wanted to proceed going forward. Julian got some conversation with some fellow Malkavians. And you guys were able to go ahead and sit down and sort of have a conversation. And the only person who wasn't there was Morgan, aka Charlie. But it's a new night, everyone. I need everyone to go ahead and roll a rouse check as we start to wake on up.
I'm scared.
You should be.
I'm just never going to make a rouse check this chronicle. That's just not going to happen.
All right, we're fine.
You
We're
can
safe.
make them, but I don't want you to succeed on them. Is all I'm saying. Kenneth passed. Marlowe failed. Riley succeeded. Poor Vincent also crash and burn. Marlowe, you're not looking too good over there, friend.
It's pretty hungry.
It is Hungy o'clock. Any preparations you guys would like to do before getting out and about for this evening? This is the night of the Rat and Rave. It looks like it was scheduled for 1 a.m. So you guys have quite a few hours as we're coming up on roughly about 9 o'clock.
Clearly, Marlowe's a little peckish, so it's time to find some food.
Yes.
Another one falls. Yeah, I probably have time to go hunt as well.
Yeah, you guys most definitely have time to go hunt if you guys would like to go hunt before the festivities this evening.
My hunting's just really involved.
I think Vincent would be willing to run his same trick back again and find somebody who's making a mistake and make them pay for not sharing it.
Understood. Understood. Kenneth, are you still sitting at one hunger, friend?
I think I'm at 2.
Okay. Did you want to go and hunt as well to bring that down to 1? Or are you happy to sit at 2 and let that hunger stir inside of you for a little bit longer?
I'll let it fester
Mm.
up inside of me for a while.
That's a good Nosferatu word.
Definitely.
Cool, cool, cool. So that means that we have 3 hunting checks heading into this evening. Is that correct? Each one of you have a DC 3 to go ahead and try to defeat.
And a specialization gives you +1, correct?
Just 1 extra die.
All right.
Holy critical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, oh
no.
no, Marlowe, friend.
That was bound to happen eventually.
A messy critical, as it were.
Good luck, friend.
Let me.
Wait. I can roll out of that, potentially, right?
Yeah, if you want to re-roll your critical or your 10s, you can definitely potentially re-roll out of it. But you risk
might
the
go-
possibility of going from a messy critical to a bestial failure.
Yeah, I would have to get 1 non-crit hit on 3 dice.
You'd have to get 2.
Nah, we'll go with a messy critical. It's okay. It's okay.
It's only 2 dice. You can't re-roll the hunger.
No, but I could re-roll so I'd re-roll the 2 that rolled 10, and then the 1 miss.
And hope for a single hit.
Hope for at least a single hit and no more crits. But that's just too much downside. I'll go with the messy critical.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and open up a certain tome here, as it were.
The rest of us have our rules in a book. The Tremors are in a tome.
Exactly.
Mine are actually just in the heavily encrypted PDF that gets passed around on somebody's really old phone. They're like, hey, I memorized this. Do you want this? We don't want to have to make another one.
Sounds very Nosferatu of you. Shreknet would like to know your location.
A Nazi set it up a couple decades ago. And we just never moved from it.
That's fair.
It's just good as new. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really glad that we have a messy critical just hours before the rant and rave. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know why you prey on our downfall so much.
I pray for your downfall, not on it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Because you're dead on arrival. Ooh, let me take a gander here at your sheet here, Marlo. For just checking here real quick.
I have my thought for what it probably was.
Okay, I'm open to hear what your thought was here as you're making this hunt.
So Marlowe, who's very much a consensualist, may have just discovered that he has mind control powers, and sort of very overpowerfully magicked a consent that was not how he would normally do it. So some stains and possibly a full drain.
I'm here for a stain, and for the next 2 nights, you lose a dot in your herd.
Sounds good.
But congratulations, you realize you have mind control powers.
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. I have these powers.
Well, it's unfortunate that's how I found out.
Yeah, that's also true. All right. Who else is hunting? We have everything else was a success, correct?
I mean, I had a hella
I-
crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hit 4 out of 3, and then Riley got 10 out of 3.
um. So I'm also going to
I
ask you
think that
guys
clears it.
the important question: going down to 1, or are we going to enjoy ourselves this evening?
I think
I'm-
I'm still just going down to 1. I think that Julian scared me into not doing more than that for the moment.
I'm also gonna go to 1, but yeah, there's no but. I'm just gonna go to 1 and feel great about myself.
But 2 houses, right? You've now got a second individual whom you've convinced into letting you live with them.
See, that's just the hustle right now. I don't know. Everybody thinks I tell people I'm NDA'd out of my mind. I can't tell you where I work. You just can't call me during the day.
It's messed up. So, each one of you have removed a significant amount of hunger, even though the beast is still craving and wanting for more. But you guys are able to hold off your beast. What would you guys like to go and do as you guys all begin to awaken? Roughly about, and after you complete your hunts, I'll say it's probably about an hour for your hunt. So you have roughly about 3 hours before the festivities begin.
I'd like to think that during that hour, since I wasn't hunting, I was just sitting and staring at a wall, just waiting.
You need to be careful. Your Malkavian's starting to show, and that's terrifying.
Nothing better than a Nazi Malk, right?
There's a lot of things better than a Nosferatu Malkavian, is all I'm saying.
You're right. Flesh crafters.
Exactly. My real question for you, Kenneth, though, is your Famulus going to be hanging around with you? And if so, would you like to describe what they look like?
Yes, of course. I'd like to think that they look pretty much just like a fox, you know. I gotta honor the first thing I fed on, so be respectful in that way.
I love that for you.
How big? Like a normal fox size? Like
I,
is
I
it
would
just
hope
a?
slightly bigger, just to be cool, you know. One
Huh?
can hope.
I'm here for that.
Okay. And it's just sitting next to you as you are sitting and just staring at a wall, waiting for something to happen.
Oh, definitely, 100%, yeah.
It's not creepy in the most terrifying ways.
I don't know.
Riley and Vincent and Marlo, after you guys have finished your hunts, what would you guys like to do?
So, thinking that Riley's hunt was going out early and preying upon, somebody who maybe just had a rough day, Just went out to get some drinks, and dang, today it wasn't all that bad because I got this absolute cutie talking to me now. That's kind of the vibe that they were looking for. Post hunt, just all right. Okay, bye.
You got
Like,
some
leave.
post hunt clarity going.
Absolutely. Probably just like, you know, I want to say that Riley's classy about it, but a bathroom's a bathroom.
Of course. You
But
guys
now
use
it's
those
just,
now.
it's just kind of like, all right, cool, let's do it. Vibing, check the phone every now and then, seeing if anybody's trying to like meet up. But also trying to figure out a way to just leave that doesn't feel super shitty, but they really don't want to interact with the person they just fed on. So off to an interesting start of the night, but you know,
I'm sure it can only go better from here.
I'm sure.
What about you, Vincent?
I think I'm going back to where it began. I'm going to head back to the underground area where we all woke up a few days ago and see if I can't find somebody who might be in charge.
Okay. And Marlo, what are you doing?
Well, after cleaning up that mess I made with my hunt, I think probably calling the other guys and seeing if they've got anything. If they want to get together before the rant and rave to, I don't know, just safety of numbers, I guess.
All right. Vincent and actually, everyone gave some sort of contact information. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Vincent, you're in the process of walking into the large warehouse that sort of housed the entrance to that underground area. Riley, you're continuing to sort of like continue to check your phone. Kenneth, you're sort of staring at this wall, waiting for something magical to happen. But when all of you guys get a text message from Marlo asking if you guys want to meet up.
Marlo,
Frame-
text or call?
Good question.
I think text. Marlo's probably a little freaked out about what just happened. He doesn't want to give anything away.
So I think Vincent will text back, out and about for the minute. You good?
Marlo probably, yeah, totally good. It sounds shady even under text.
So just get a text from Riley back that says, "Liar, I'm on my way."
I just texted a singular K, no context. That's it.
Oh, you're one of those.
You're that kind of Nosferatu.
Definitely.
Okay.
Tap back a thumbs up on the K.
Exactly.
At least pretend to be interested. Damn.
With the like or just the K.
Yes.
That's fair. Um, where would you guys like to meet?
Well, I still want to go and see if the Baron's
Sure,
around.
sure.
We don't really have a particular place yet, right?
Not really. You guys have not rated a Denny's yet as a coterie.
I mean, I could
I guess-
drop a pin at the club I'm at if y'all want to come meet me, and then we can glare at my previous victim very catty till they leave, and then it's not weird.
Yeah, let's
I
keep
was-
that as a backup.
I'm gonna rephrase that in the text to not make it so damn suspicious.
It just sounds like you're a really shitty person.
I mean, shut up. You don't know. Maybe, probably.
There's a park nearby. Want to go get some air?
Sure.
That one I will just thumbs up response.
Okay.
Exactly that. Okay.
Just a string of Ks.
As you are looking around this area, Vincent, you can definitely see there's definitely a little bit more people here than the last time. You recognize some faces that are sort of still here from the last time you guys swung through. Obviously, the most notable is the individual who has worms crawling around them and out of their clothes. But compared to what was roughly about 7 to 10 individuals, is now anywhere between 20 and 25. But you do not see the Baron or the two chuckleheads that followed him.
Okay. I guess I'd like to see if, and this is sort of a stretch, but like I'm looking at a room full of people. I'd like to see if I can sort of suss out what the social dynamic is and sort of who might be important in this room.
Please go ahead and roll wits and politics.
Do I have a DC?
Yes, DC is going to be a total of 3 for this.
Damn, that's so wild. I can't believe you'd give us a 23 DC.
Mm-hmm. You hit half of it.
It's a stretch, but I am going to try.
I believe in you. Hey!
Woo!
Wow, I don't know whose dice you stole this evening, Rob, but these are not your willpower dice.
Julian's.
Oh, okay. That checks out.
How do you think he's not here?
Oh, fair. As you sort of look around, there definitely seems to be cliques of individuals that are sort of, at first when you first look at it, it just looks like people are just sort of spread around the room. But as you take the time to sort of gauge the interests of people, you begin to see that there's similar people, maybe like to Kenneth or to the individual of the worms, sort of grouped sort of together. There's quite a few people that look like style is very important to them. Not all very well dressed, but they are wearing designer clothing or wearing very expensive clothing. You definitely get the sense that these cliques in here are very based off what you know, very clan based in nature. But one thing you sort of do recognize is that the individual that had the worms that were introduced to Kenneth, multiple people sort of come and talk to him the more you sort of stand and watch. Almost like people from each group come and talk to them from one point or another. It definitely seems like this individual has quite a bit of say, at least something to say to each group, which it seems like most of them aren't really interacting. They're not avoiding each other, but they're not interacting as much as everyone is with this one individual.
Okay. How many clicks are here?
5.
5. Okay. I think I'd like to head over to Wormface's click as well.
Okay.
Just see if they seem like, hey, you can just walk up, or like if I'm supposed to wait.
As you walk up, you can see that they were having a conversation prior, but it definitely patters down as you sort of finally make it there, and everyone's sort of just not being aggressive or excluding, excuse me, Um, but almost like they're waiting for you to say something to this individual.
I think instead of pitching directly to him, I'd pitch to everyone and go, didn't mean to intrude. Just seemed like you might be the right people to know.
I mean, we'd like to think so. As the individual at the Worms is the one speaking on everyone's behalf, it seems like.
Of course, of course. And, I wanted to say thank you. We've met very few people who have been actually helpful. And Kenneth seems like he's doing a lot better with a little bit of your nudge.
Ah, yes, Kenneth. I was wondering what his name was, so I appreciate you filling in the blanks. And I'm sorry, I haven't got your name. What is yours?
Oh, Vincent.
Vincent.
A pleasure to meet you. And
Uh,
you are?
he reaches out a hand forward as you see Worm sort of slowly like wrapping around the fingers, but hands out and says, Sam.
I think that Vincent will reach out and shake his hand and then just wipe one or two of them off as he takes his hand back. Pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Of course. Where's the rest of you around? Are you guys separate or?
Oh, I think that we're planning on meeting soon. Something that I was hoping that we would be able to talk about at the party later. Is there some sort of assumption that we'll be together?
Not necessarily an assumption, but we've noticed that a lot of childer who have arrived due to that night have sort of bound themselves together for the sake of trying to survive.
Hmm.
But not
I guess
necessarily it's like expecting or like you have to, but it sort of seems like a survival thing more than not.
that's fair. That's fair. And about survival, I was hoping that maybe I could offer a little bit of information in exchange for some, if you don't mind.
I can see what information you have and see what it's worth.
Oh, well, I'm hoping that what I'm asking for is pretty basic, but I'm happy to go first. My question is, what would we need to be banding together to survive against?
Hmm.
And the information that I have to offer is when I was, let's just say before, I did some work on behalf of an organization known as the Orpheus Group that were very interested in people like us. And they've recently undergone a change of management, something that seems kind of scary, even for the people who were like I was before. Seems like it could be something that's worth taking a closer look at.
And the jovial presence that Sam sort of exhumed out of them begins to sort of disappear, and a more serious tone replaces it. I've heard of the Orpheus Group.
Good.
And I know what they typically had dealt with in the past, but there's new management that's concerning.
I would agree.
As far as your survival, that's basic. Realistically, you're trying to survive from people like them, people like yourself, or in your previous time. And also, the proverbial us. Most of us
What do you
are
mean?
unkind towards each other. We may seem like we are a large, happy family, but I will say that there's very few, if any, you should trust right off the bat. Everyone has a leg that they want to get it up, or they have a goal or a position or angle that they're trying to leverage.
So is this sort of like a professional relationship, like be useful to people, or truly watch your back or you're going to end up with a knife?
I think it depends on who you know. Sometimes if you're useful, I think it's a little bit of both actually. You're useful enough to keep around, and then depending on how useful you are, you may become a threat. Or if you lose your usefulness, both can result in the proverbial knife in the back.
Understood. So I guess where would more information about what's going on with Orpheus fall? Is that something that you might find useful? You seem like somebody that I might want to be useful to.
Me and ours are the one that have been pretty good at collecting information on them. Our clan, the Nosferatu, are typically sort of the info brokers of this side, if you want to look at it that way. There's a couple of people who try to do what we do, but no one quite has the same skill set that we do. There was a Ravnos that came very close one time, but other than that, it's really the only individual that's outside of our clan that I've seen connected in the way that we have.
Okay, well, thanks so much for the information. Sam, it's been a pleasure to meet you. I guess before I simply go off and meet up with the others, is there anything you need? Like I said, you seem like someone I want to think that I'm useful.
I'm waiting for some pieces to fall into place, and hopefully they will by this evening. So come and find me at the Rant and Rave, and we'll discuss. I want to see what pieces fall into place during the boring part before we go to the exciting part.
That sounds ominous. Should I ask what the exciting part is, or is that something that...
I guess you don't know. The Rant and Rave is exactly this. This is a place where people can vent and rant and be frustrated at one another. Usually it's a lot of high anger. It's a forum where people can let out their emotion in one way or another. And then after that, that's the rant. And then you have the rave, which is just a giant party afterwards that we get to blow off some steam after having our boring conversations. Sometimes the rave happens before the rant, and sometimes the rant before the rave. But either way, I'm hoping that the rant portion comes first this time.
Understood. Perfect. I'll look for you there. Like I said, Sam, it's been a pleasure to meet you. And then afterwards, Vincent's going to try to politely make his way back out.
Yeah, and as you head out, Sam gives you a nod. Thank you, appreciate it.
Double check for worms.
Only one that seems to fall off as you sort of turn your hand over. It just sort of falls off the back of the hand. Go ahead and roll wits and insight or wits and awareness, your choice. And just let me know which one you roll.
I'm going to roll awareness. Okay. You see?
DC is going, yeah. So threshold is going to be a solid 2 on this one here.
Jeez. I think I am going to willpower that as well.
Okay.
I think that I'm relatively on edge here.
Hey, Rob, you got your dice back. Congratulations. You go ahead and head out. You definitely get the sense that you are being watched as you sort of leave the area. But as you sort of continue to look around, as you sort of head out, you don't see or notice anyone who seems to keep an eye, but you definitely get this sense that you're being watched as you're leaving.
I think that he just does his best to seem confident as he's on his way out and get out of there as quickly as possible.
Definitely makes sense. But yeah, you have some a location and a park nearby you can go ahead and meet up at as well.
Yeah, I'll head over there, and I'm sure I'm probably late.
Yes. As this scene is happening, the three of you are able to go and meet up at the park a little bit earlier. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss as you guys get to this park here? It is empty. There is no one else at the park. Occasional car drives by, but no actual foot traffic through the park.
I would probably just ask Riley what I can expect from this rant and rave and see how they're doing.
Well, I mean, I think I made the point last time. The only couple that I've been to of these weren't necessarily for the business part. Being a I don't know if a trophy is the right word, but being something that is being a commodity is an interesting viewpoint of kindred society. So,
Are they dangerous at all?
could be. I mean, I know a couple people that got. Is brutalized the right word? I'm terrible with words tonight. But they like fucked up. Like that was kind of like a public flogging, if I remember right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're brand new. Is everybody good? Has anybody done anything stupid?
Not especially stupid. I don't think.
And I mean, ignorance is 9/10 the law, right?
I think that's how that saying works, but yeah.
Well, that's how we're gonna view it. If we've done something and somebody's like, "Yo, you can't do that," be like, "Yo, nobody told me." Ignorance of the law means you don't have to follow the law.
I'm taking my first steps here.
I'm joking. Please don't take that seriously. That's a terrible piece of advice.
Marlo and Riley, you guys do realize that it's sitting perfectly still next to Kenneth. It's just a fox. It's slightly bigger, but it's just sitting almost like it's like at a command just next to Kenneth.
What's with the fox?
Yeah, who's your friend?
Oh yeah. This is Bane. Yeah.
Bane.
Yeah.
What a lad.
Absolutely.
Bane rules.
Thank you.
So is that like, were you into foxes before, or is this like a new thing?
What kind of question is that?
Well,
So that's Marlo trying to say, like, is a fox your vampire power, or is this like you had a or you had a pet fox before?
Hey, what's up? Before you returned, were you a furry or what? That's what you just asked.
Oof.
oh boy,
That's a phrase.
that is.
Did Riley actually say that, or is this Ian?
Oh,
No, I'm not. No, I don't. I don't care if you're a furry. That's not what I meant. I just meant, like, we're all kind of discovering what we can do. Is the fox part of that?
To answer the last question asked, the vampire fox thing is very much new. Yeah, I don't really completely know how he got here, but I guess he's mine now, so cool.
Well, possession is 9/10 of the law, so
Yeah, exactly.
That is how that works.
it's I don't know anymore.
And Riley, how long before becoming a kindred were you a furry?
What? I didn't know we were going to ask such personal questions tonight. Dang. Okay.
Hey, I mean, you're the one that took it there. No kink
You're,
shaming. Whatever you're
no,
into.
you're the one that went, so is the fox a new thing or what? Uh, but I don't have a good answer for that. So you know what? Use your imagination.
Or don't.
Or don't. Yeah, too much imagination.
Yeah.
So you can talk to animals there, Doodle.
I don't know if it's as much talk to as I just sort of have a fox now. Still figuring that out.
Huh.
Still figuring that out.
All right.
Yeah.
Merlot, what
We'll,
can you
we'll,
do?
we'll see.
Just call me Merlot.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Um, I'm still figuring that out. Earlier today, I seemed like I kind of controlled somebody's mind, which was weird.
Nice.
No, I'm not really sure how I feel about it, to be honest.
I mean, great power, great responsibility, something, something Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
I mean, as long as it's something, something Spider-Man and not fuck you, Spider-Man, then I think you're fine.
Fair. And I mean, it is. I can see how it could come in real handy since we're trying to keep stuff secret. If
Right.
somebody, chances on us doing something breaking the masquerade, then maybe that's useful.
Oh, by the way, um, if somebody maybe gets a little too close, I've learned that people don't just think I'm cute. People think I'm real persuasive now too. So I might be able to gaslight them into thinking no, they didn't.
That's slightly concerning.
Also, I'm just gonna turn awe on.
Okay.
I could just be hotter.
So what you're saying is he's a vampire with a fox, and they're a foxy vampire. Gotcha.
You know what? I love that.
That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's a fantastic one. Well done.
Yeah.
Yep. So talks with animals, fucks with people's minds, is hot. Do we know what anybody else does? Oh, we know that Julian something sees the future.
Yeah.
Do we believe that, by the way?
I mean, I was sort of aware of him from before all this started, and he was full of crap. So
I mean,
I don't know.
he was full of crap when I was hanging out with his daughter. So like that's kind of where I'm at with that.
He did seem different, though. I mean, sure, maybe he came up with a new set of theatrics to make it seem different, but I mean, you probably saw his show. It was a little cheesy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean, just rather kind of have a general idea of what everybody can do than be surprised when somebody sprouts a third arm out of their butt or something. I don't know.
Right about this
Yes, the
time
butt,
that
butt arm.
Vincent begins to. You guys can see Vincent sort of walking up in the distance.
Hey, it's that guy.
A third what?
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea what anybody can actually do. So I'm ready for somebody to sprout a third arm out of their butt.
That seems pretty impossible.
So does getting hotter, talking to animals, fucking with minds. Shit, I'm so sorry. I just completely outed you guys. That's my bad. Oh, fuck.
It's all right.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, we could all see the fox, so
Yeah, it's no big secret. It's not like I make you pinky promise. It's okay.
Wait, which fox? And that's an in-character face.
So,
Anyway,
anyway,
You guys suck.
I think this might be a good time to point out that I stopped by and talked to some of our new friends, I guess, and learned that we can basically assume that all of them are looking for some way to climb on our heads in order to get a little higher, and that they won't be shy about stabbing us in the back. So,
Oh, yeah, that's just the game.
Riley, I don't mean to sound snide about this, but nobody, including you, told us that that was the game.
I was more focused on, survival and mental breakdowns and
And getting hotter, I understand.
getting hotter. I will recognize my privilege in this position as I got hotter, and that's not fair. But like, I'm sorry.
Listen, I didn't know you before. Maybe you needed the help, but
I didn't. But I figured we'd take a few days, get our feet under us, figure out how we're feeling about life, unlife, etc., that kind of stuff. And then we'd start talking about playing chess for eternity.
I
don't
don't
think
know
I
about
will.
chess. Yeah, but the game that we're going to play, I think, is going to be pretty dangerous. The assumption when I showed up was that we were going to be banding together to watch each other's backs. I might suggest that we might want to do that. And the sooner we can find somebody who's important and show them that we're useful, the sooner we get to relax a little bit.
Okay. So then if we're straight to business and the pleasantries are done tomorrow night as a group.
Tonight.
Oh, I guess it is tonight. Shit. I'm sorry. So tonight we walk in as a group. We wait for a lull, we wait for, the party, whatever, and we just walk straight in. We look at our Baron and say, "Hi. We're new here, but we would like a job, please."
Possible.
If we're on the big guy's payroll, in quotes payroll, we're that much less likely to get got.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to jump straight to business. You were talking about things before. I guess I'll add there were only a couple of things that I could think of that would qualify to throw us into the X-Men. So, figured I'd see how many pull-ups I could do last night, and I got bored before I had to stop.
That's awesome. Actually.
that's interesting.
It's awesome, and I didn't feel sore today either. I also don't think I'm any stronger today, but
Can you walk through walls?
I haven't tried.
You should try at least once.
I guarantee I'm not going to do it in public.
Good choice. I want to take a step back and apologize. I was shitty. like not even 5 minutes ago, I was shitty, and I'm very sorry to everybody involved. So just like to leave that out there.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. We're all getting used to this.
I need everyone to go ahead and roll Wits and Awareness, DC 2.
Think good as ever.
Can't possibly go as bad as last time, right?
In theory, it's possible. I hope not for your sake, but in theory, it is possible. But not this time, Vincent says. Not this time.
So DC2, right?
DC 2.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, we get there. Woo!
Right, I see one from Vincent Marlowe. Whoa! Oh, Kenneth's over here rolling wits and wits, not wits and awareness. Jeebus. I was like, why is your dice pool so massive?
That'd be awesome. Wits and awareness is just like 20 dice.
Oh no.
You're just like, get bent, everybody else. I am omniscient.
Secretly?
So yeah, go ahead and try rolling awareness first, and then adding the wits skill to it. Or the wits
Okay,
attribute
cool.
to it, sorry.
Let me back in.
Learning. Don't worry, Lennon. It also took us a good solid half or third of the previous chronicle for us to learn how to use this character sheet properly. And when we were trying to first go through it, it was updating pretty regularly, so like things were breaking, and it was glorious.
I still don't know how to read.
We know.
Shut up.
It's a good thing you have Oz, all I'm saying.
Wow, I think the storyteller says it's a good thing you're pretty.
Oh, 100%. I know. It's a great thing I'm pretty.
It's a good thing you have a dump set. Oh!
Are you commenting on my butt?
What? No.
Oh no, that was just awareness. One more time.
Hey-o.
Oh man, third time's the charm, y'all. Third time's the charm.
Easy.
You got this. You got this. Easy.
Thank you.
Or don't. That's also fine. A messy critical and a bestial failure in the same night would be glorious. For story, of course.
Of course.
There
Hey, you did it. Hey, you
There it is.
succeeded.
Yeah.
Figuring out the sheet.
All three, or
Rolls.
all four of you, excuse me, see a couple of individuals, hoods up, walking through the park towards you guys. You can't see their face or anything right now. All you can see is sort of the outline of them, but they all have their hoods up and walking towards you.
Oh shit, gang shit. Here we go. Oh yeah, aw should still be on. So here we go.
It's not suspicious at all.
Not at all.
Maybe
Now,
they're
when you
from
say hoods, are we talking like just normal hoodie hoods, or is this
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Claudius hood?
No, it's not a cloak.
Oh my god. Claudius skulking through the park.
Yes. Have you seen Charles?
What are you doing? I'm hunting a new Charles.
Who do you think the second character is?
Exactly. It's Claudius and Charles.
Side story.
No,
They're just on
actually,
an adventure.
you guys are actually the side story in this whole thing. It's actually it's chronicle about Claudius, but
A loving romp
exactly.
through the park.
I think I'm
there's-
going to take a minute and think about somebody that I'd like to see die and blush up.
Love that for you.
Oh,
Dang.
I wasn't sure where we're going with that. But
Yeah, I'll hit him with the confidence and make sure that I'm blushed. Fuck, I just fed.
So did
Yeah,
Vincent.
if everybody's doing it, I guess Marla will do it. Damn it.
Kenneth. 4.
Which is the one you roll for that again?
It's a rouse check.
Okay,
Just right
okay,
under
just
hunger.
around.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Kenneth, you ruined everything.
No, Kenneth's my hero,
You're
man.
welcome.
Each one of you, the pigment returns to your skin. You start breathing once again as these individuals walk up.
Can we help you?
Realistically, I was hoping we could help you.
Okay.
You guys new around here? By chance?
Not exactly sure why we'd answer.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty loaded question. What are you like? It's like walking up. Hey, are you tourists? Like,
Is that a yes?
are you?
No, it's not.
Cool. Anyway, hear me out. I know it's gonna sound crazy. How would you like to change what you look like?
What are you selling?
A drink, a shot.
I'm sorry. Do you just walk to random people in the park and offer them strange drinks?
At night?
I mean, you guys are in the park at night. I just assumed you guys were probably already drinking or doing something illegal in general.
Still not exactly sure why we'd answer you.
Hey, is what you're doing currently illegal?
He looks to the other person. Not that I'm aware of.
I want to like look this guy straight in the eye and just be like, "Come on, you can tell me," and hit him with entrancement. So I've got charisma, presence versus composure, wits. Gotcha.
Yeah, you did. That is one. So for 2 hours.
Yep, got you for 2 hours.
And it just adds
Look.
your dice to any charisma checks against that individual, correct? For entrancement.
Making sure here. So the user adds dice equal to their presence rating to any social dice pools against the entranced subject.
Okay.
Requests resulting in obvious harm to the subject or their loved ones fail immediately.
Cool.
So I just get
Presence
to add
dice
more dice.
to any social check or social.
Yeah.
Does that stack with awe?
Sure does, and also it stacks with
my stunning, so
stunning as well.
I get +2 from social dice, and if I was trying to seduce this guy, I'd get another die.
The night's still young. Seduction could still happen.
Depends on how much cash this guy's got in his pockets.
And how nice a house he lives in.
100%. I could hook up the whole gang like this. Y'all just haven't asked.
You could hook up with a lot of people this way. That's correct.
Whatever.
If he drives a Porsche.
I don't think this guy drives a Porsche.
That's messed up.
But like, for real though, you could tell me. Like, are we out here? Are we doing crimes?
No, it's not illegal.
Oh.
Do you want some?
Well, like you're scamming us then, right?
He opens up his jacket, keeps his hands open, like grabs the jacket with one hand, keeps his hand open like this, and pulls out what looks like a almost like a slightly larger than normal flask.
So, like, what is it?
Mostly water and a little bit of other things that we throw into it, and mostly water. He looks over. There's some salts, a little bit of silver flakes into it, and I think there's some tequila in this one.
I'm gonna like look at the rest of the group and I'll look back and go, I think I speak for all of us. Thanks, but no thanks, man.
Your loss.
But does any of that ring any bells? for
Anyone
me?
trained in the occult can make a intelligence plus occult roll.
Hey.
That would be awesome.
What's the difficulty on that?
Difficulty on this is going to be high. It is going to be a 4 for you guys. Marlo, how much training how much time have you spent with Carter?
I mean, not a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, still 4.
Well, definitely didn't get 4. So enjoy that.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So
The other two are
I
going to
guess-
come back and we're going to have like bodies to hide.
I guess like
Seems
vibe
pretty on
check.
brand.
Do they seem like they're trying to scam us?
Go ahead and roll. What's an insight for me?
I'm just going to ask him straight up. See if I can get a better roll for for Vincent that way. Like what's the catch? What's the scam? What are we running?
2.
2. They take a couple steps back. I mean, there's no scam. You drink it, you think, and it's turn into other things. I don't know what else you want us to tell you. And from what you're able to get with your 2, which is enough for the threshold there, Vincent, they seem very honest about it. They seem like they don't fully understand how it works, but they do seem truthful with it.
Can I see?
Uh,
Hold on, my hand.
1 second. Sorry, I have to pull up a. Let me see here. What is the Tremere clan compulsion, by the way?
Perfectionism.
Do drugs if see drugs.
Immediately.
Wait,
Check it.
that's the pyramid. Sorry.
Yes, it is indeed perfectionism. Marlowe, anything less than exceptional performance instills profound sense of failure, and often repeat the task obsessively to get it just right. Until you score a critical win on a skill roll or the scene ends, the vampire labors under a 2 dice penalty to all dice checks or all dice pools.
Some
Light work, easy.
Oh, okay. So it's like the first time I tried, it's 2 dice, and then I retried. You do now it's 1 dice penalty, and then on the third try, it's normal.
Yep.
Definitely, that's totally rational and awesome.
Gotta get it just right.
I'm really pissed that I don't know what's going on. I know it's a cult. I know these guys know more than me, and they're idiots.
But does that make you the idiot for not understanding the idiots?
Don't ask that question. It's pissing me off right now.
That's fair.
So I'd like to reach out a hand to this guy and be like, "Let me see. You tried it?"
Yeah, I tried it. Go ahead and roll either charisma plus persuasion or manipulation plus persuasion. Your choice on the roll there.
I don't know if this changes the dice pool, but my plan is to dump a little bit of it on the ground.
As of right now, it does not.
Okay. One with the potential of a bestial.
May
Strong start.
Ties do go to you, so
Whew.
he goes ahead and hands over the flask to you.
No, unscrew it and go, "You tried it?"
Yeah, a little bit.
Sniff, see if I can smell what it is. Dump like a teaspoon of it out on the ground.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. As you take a whiff of it, you definitely do get a very front-loaded hit of the tequila that's in it, obviously. But there's definitely something else that's mixed in with it. They did list a couple things that went with it, but there's something that you can't quite put your finger on. It's almost like it's just on the tip of your tongue almost with what it is, but you can't quite grasp what it is. But something is in this that it seems familiar, but you just can't place it.
Okay. And then I'll pour a little bit of it out.
Yeah, pour a little bit out and hits the pavement below or the grass below you.
Does it look recognizable?
As you sort of look at what was poured out, the stream and also just you could definitely see very liquidy, but it does have a dark tint to it. You can't tell what color it is, but it does have a little bit darker tint. But you do see some reflective pieces in it, probably the silver flakes that they were referring to.
Okay.
As you're looking at it, you could definitely. It looks like it's just almost looks like a dark tequila with some silver flaking in it. Is what it looks like to you.
Guess I'll screw the top back on and go, "Yeah. I don't know. Seems like snake oil to me." Any of you? I'll hold the flask up to the rest and go, "You interested?"
No,
No.
thanks.
I'm good.
Marlo?
I'm definitely interested.
Okay. Pass the.
Marlo, you can also go ahead and roll another occult as you get past the flask.
Marlon's already pissed. He can't figure it out.
Still angry.
Well, it took a -2 penalty, and I only rolled 4 dice, and it's a difficulty 4. So
Yeah. I just love how easy it is for this situation to spiral from Marlowe, even just like bestial on top of bestial. It's so glorious.
yeah, it's a dangerous game. Marlo will like get a little like drop on his finger and taste it. Like that's clearly what I got to do is taste it,
Yeah.
and I'll test again.
As you go ahead and take a taste of it, go ahead and roll one last time for me, or one additional time. Excuse me, I forgot you have 2 die. Still not quite grasping it here. But it has obviously some very strong tequila notes to it. And even on your hand, before as you like take the little onto your tongue, you can see the silver flakes in it. But as you're sort of looking at it, it does have that the darker color to it. And as you put your finger on your tongue, you get this almost copper taste to it as well.
Would I place it as blood, having
Especially drink it very recently, you would definitely place that. It does have a coppery taste and again, you only taken just a little piece of it, so it's maybe not. It's got that same sort of. It has a similar taste to it, but it's hard to say necessarily that it is blood.
All right. Well, that puts these 2 weirdos in a different context. Kind of, maybe. I think he's really frustrated.
I mean, the guy who hasn't really been talking puts his hands out. Look. We're willing to help you guys out here. Obviously, you guys may be a little skeptical, and I don't blame you guys. Your friend here seems interested. We'll let your friend try it if one of you guys also pays. So, like, more or less, buy one, get one free.
What are you asking?
Money.
How much?
Oh. $70?
Pretty expensive hit. Who are you?
I'm Al. He's Greg.
Al, Greg. Who are Al and Greg? Why do I care about Al and Greg?
You don't?
Also, but like, why should I care about Al and Greg?
I don't think either. I mean, you probably care about us as much as we care about you. Honestly, we just. And sorry if we're interrupting a meeting or something, but we just saw some people hanging out in the park and figured we make a deal. But if that's not your vibe, then maybe we misread the situation.
No, it's the vibe. Marlo pulls out $70.
How
I'll take 2.
How out in the open are we?
You guys are next to like what looks like a it's a bit of a clearing. It's not like a very large clearing or anything like that, but it's a little bit of a clearing that has a couple of like those charcoal grills that just like stick on, like more or less just a box that sticks on a pipe that just sits there in the park. and a picnic table. It's not really. There's trees all around, but so it's a very, very small clearing.
I guess, like, looking around,
Uh-huh.
if bad things were to happen here, how many people are going to see them?
If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
That's not a helpful answer.
I guess I'll give Riley a glance and look back to these two and go, $70 is for what? A couple sips?
We've noticed that it usually. I mean, we're not a solid gulp, a pull, if you will.
These guys sound like regular chemists.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, I'm not much for standing in the way of somebody's high, so if you want it, go for it, bud.
And I just want to make sure this is not going to get you a high in any case. Just make that abundantly clear if that's what they're looking for. But $70, he goes ahead and reaches out and grabs the cash and starts pocketing it.
You said something about this changing what we look like. What do you mean by that?
I think it's honestly best if you let your friend here. They made the payment for two. Let them show you.
Yeah, all right. I'm obsessed with figuring out what this is. So yeah, I'll take like a swig, and then try one more time to figure out what the hell this is. So close.
So close.
Now I just want you to succeed for your own sanity.
That's gonna happen eventually.
Or the scene ends, one of the two.
Which one first?
Probably the scene ending at this rate.
So
Or maybe I figured out, but just by virtue of it working or not working or making me, die.
So while we're waiting for this to kick, whatever it is, question
Yeah.
in the way of, so like y'all make a decent amount off this hustle?
I mean, on a given night, maybe like $300.
And looking at the guy that I entranced, I'm like, all right, so like walk me through it. What's your take home? What's your cut?
About a 200.
It's not bad.
No, not bad.
So, all right. Well,
Who buys this stuff?
yeah, that's like
Other
gonna be my
than
next
me.
question. Like, what's your regular clientele look like?
People in parks.
Not who's your clients, but like, you know.
Right. I mean, you.
Wow.
People like you.
Well, that makes me feel good about myself.
Do I get the sense that they're saying like people like you, like they can tell that we're not normal?
Feel free to go ahead and roll wits and insight as you're taking a big chug off this, or a big swig off this, and seeing how this affects you.
I gotta stop asking questions that involve my shitty dice pools. Penalty.
I got you. Hold on.
No, you don't got me. I practice perfection.
You won't do it right. I have to do it.
Is there a DC for this?
Yeah, it's gonna be 3.
All right. What kind of bullshit am I smelling? 4 hits.
Yeah. Okay. You're getting the sense that it's probably the more mundane side of it. Literally, people who go to parks to make deals are going to talk to people who aren't going to talk because they're also involved in
Other
shady
illicit
stuff.
activity. So with that role, would I be able to get a feel for whether or not they're mortal or not? Like, I don't need 100%, but
No,
just
it doesn't give you any sort of way to
okay.
tell one way or another.
All right.
But he does look over to Marlowe, who has just finished this sip, and as you get this full taste, it definitely is at least some level of blood involved with it. You're blushed, thankfully, so you don't erupt with vomit as soon as you finish this. But it's not setting with your stomach very well. He walks over. Now, follow my train of thought here. Think of a small creature you would like to be, and just meditate on that. Truly meditate on that.
Sure, I can meditate perfectly right now.
I'm sure you can. What animal are you focusing on?
A crow.
A few moments go by. And you almost get like lightheaded, like you stood up too quickly. As you slowly, your neck sort of goes down a bit. And you guys sort of see Marlowe sort of hunch over a bit before like buckling to the ground and then completely shifting into a crow.
What happens to the flask?
The clothes and the flask all seem to have disappeared, almost like enveloped by the form.
Marlowe,
That's
you all
weird.
right?
Call twice if you can hear me.
Can I hear him? And am I in control of my?
Yeah,
Uh,
completely.
well, I will try to talk. Does that work?
No, it does not. You begin to call like a crow.
Wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of that. I'm not gonna drink that. I'm good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. How does he get back?
Just meditates that he wants it to end. But, as a warning, and this is why we gave a free trial for it, it will consume that use coming back.
How long does it last otherwise?
Out of game, one scene. In game, a while.
So all right, salesman. Let's say that my buddy's got the taste for being a crow now.
Uh-huh.
If I need to make sure he can get his fix, how do we do that? How do we find you?
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. I'll do you one better. And Vincent's going to take out his wallet and say, you said it was about 300 for an evening?
Yeah.
I'm happy to spend the 300 on the entire flask. And I want to know how much to learn who your seller is.
They sort of look at
Tell me.
look at each other. Happy to do the flask. Truly, I am.
It's a package deal.
Okay, a seller for me? Come on.
Charisma plus persuasion.
Charisma plus 5. Is there a DC on that I'm looking for?
4.
How does helping work? I would like to help.
Yeah, for helping you, I would allow you to have give an extra die to the situation.
I got there with the 4.
Okay.
And I can.
Kenneth, also, actually, what were you trying to say, Marlo, while you were calling? What were you trying to say?
Probably like, holy crap, it's a polymorph spell. Marlo's a nerd, so.
Caw! I'm a bird! Caw! It worked! Caw!
The rest of you here just cause Kenneth? Wow. It's spelled. Is what you hear from the crow.
I'm just gonna nod and be like, huh, that makes sense. Completely oblivious that no one else
Can understand it.
Yeah.
Marlo, you get the sense that Kenneth can understand you in some capacity compared to everyone else seems confused.
Oh, cool, I can still speak English. That's amazing.
Cool, talk.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be able to still speak, and understand him and everything.
Just gonna shoot a look at Kenneth.
Oh.
Can I tell that Riley cannot understand me?
Yeah, you definitely get the sense that Kenneth seems to be the only one who can understand you.
I mean, he did show up with a fox, so I guess that makes sense.
It's true. The pieces are fitting together.
The best I can do now, hold on to your money. The best I can do now is go and check if the guy who creates this is okay with that. It's not our stuff to give that information out. We're not trying to dox anyone or anything like that. This is the best I can do for it. I can set up a meeting.
Well, riddle me this. Do you know which side of the 12 o'clock this guy operates on? Is he...
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I really think he doesn't.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Cool.
I mean, he's got a full-time job. So I think he
I'm
just
sure he
does
does.
his stuff in his free time.
Sure, that's what he's up to.
They sort of look at each other.
I'll take the meeting.
Okay. Tonight work?
Well,
Look around at the others.
I'm gonna kind of like check my fake watch. Just, yeah.
If it's fast,
And what-
we've got places to be.
Yeah. Let me see what boss got available.
Remember,
Marlo realizes he doesn't have stuff. He's car, where's stuff?
I'm gonna look down at the bird and say, "Can you fly, or are you just hopping around?"
Good question. How do I fly? That's a storyteller question.
Flap
Do
wings.
I have to roll something?
No, you
Yeah,
just
no, do I have
flap.
to roll
No,
something?
no. You just fly.
I'd like to point out I have to fly perfectly. On
Yeah,
my
you
first attempt.
sure do.
good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of the scene just trying to perfect flying.
Just in time for it to wear off.
Yeah, well, for next time maybe.
What is the role there? Is it athletics? Is it animal?
God, I hope not. I don't have any dots.
Let me take a look. I don't think there is any
Dex?
sort of roll with it. Um,
I mean, it would make sense. There's not really any role for walking. Birds can fly.
I was just double checking on something real quick. No, yeah, it's just flying. The Zo checker. So you know what? You do perfectly fly as a crow. Congratulations. It doesn't. You don't lose the perfectionism, but you pull it off.
Makes me feel good on the inside.
Exactly. A little bit. You're still angry, but
In your bird soul.
angry but accomplished.
You're an angry bird.
I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
Kenneth being a Nosferatu,
Uh-huh.
if he were to drink this,
Uh-huh.
would it technically count as him trying to improve his looks merit and therefore incite a penalty?
Unfortunately enough for you, it would, because the Bane is so strong it over.
I don't think it would stop him
you
from
could
being a bird.
you could certainly
He'd just be an
try.
ugly bird.
You would just be a very ugly bird.
Hey, bird. Sometimes birds be ugly for real.
Sometimes
true,
humans be
that's
ugly,
true.
you know?
No, for real. I
Yeah,
wouldn't know
that's
anything about it, but like it happens.
You or Ian?
Ow.
No, I was asking. I was saying it was Riley saying they wouldn't know, or Ian wouldn't know anything.
I just choose to believe you're being malicious.
So, you guys see Marlo just flutter off, do a little bit of flying around, and then come back and land.
Look back at Kenneth. I don't know. You got him. Seems like you'd probably be best at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Oh, let's go.
Whatever you do, wash your hands.
Where's a good place to meet you or call you when we have the meet set up?
What's the delay?
Well, we
Do
have
you
to
need to make
call
a-
and make sure. Yeah, I gotta call and make sure he's okay with tonight. I don't see why he wouldn't be, but
I mean, walk 100 feet over there and come back. We'll be right here.
love that. You guys see that they sort of walk away, and as they're walking away, another guy, the one that wasn't doing most of the talking until the end, pulls out another flask and begins to take a drink of it before putting it back into his jacket, and begins to take a phone call.
These guys seem like, at best, idiots, and at worst, con artists, and they don't seem like they're in the know.
And
Agreed.
crow.
Squawk.
Oh yeah, you good up there, by the way? Like, you're right.
Tries to shrug, which probably looks like wings.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
And something you guys recognize, even if it's, 100 feet off in the distance, you hear absolutely none of the conversation happening.
I don't like that for some reason.
And that feels suspicious.
They walk back towards you guys. And the person who didn't make the phone call looks. Yeah, they're ready for a meet now if you guys are around. They have some business to attend this evening, but they are more than happy to meet.
Perfect. Where are we going? And are you coming with us?
Yeah, we're going to escort you guys there if that's okay with you guys. It's just
better.
downtown. You guys like coffee? Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh no.
Kind of look at the guy that I have entranced
Yeah.
still and just go, you wouldn't hurt me, right?
Not unless you did something to hurt, like require hurting.
Like if it came down to it, would you?
Like if you attacked me, yes.
No, like if somebody was like, hey, hurt them.
I mean, if my boss told me to, maybe.
I don't think you should do that.
Okay.
Just a suggestion.
Not like an actual suggestion, but like a suggestion.
Yeah, just
Like no, not a discipline suggestion.
No, just not
Yeah.
a discipline. Just like a
No.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't be a
don't.
tool. Remember, we're friends.
Yeah, of course.
I will meditate on being not a bird to go to this meet.
A few moments later, you sort of in the opposite way, right? Like you still get very lightheaded, and you start up in this almost like fetal position on your feet, and then you begin to stand up, and everything is back to where it was. Flask in hand.
That was really weird.
What's it like to be
I
a
assume
bird?
you're not diving back in. Can I have the flask?
Maybe? I'm not done looking at it yet.
Oh, you'll get it back. Don't worry.
Fine.
It's mine, my own.
My precious.
The flask came to me.
It did.
It came to you for $70.
Whatever, $70, I got to be a bird for 10 minutes.
It's pretty sick.
That's a very sweet deal.
That's what he's saying.
Honestly,
would do again.
I was gonna say IRL. I'd probably pay $70 to get to be a bird for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Probably
These guys are
And then it's-
dramatically underselling, if anything.
I mean, the flip side is, well, never mind. It may have some addictive properties.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I'm sure that'll be fine. There's never a downside to anything Bruce makes me do.
I didn't make you do anything. You chose to do this.
Just when
Very
you burn protein.
Yeah, exactly. as you head towards like the parking lot for the park, they look at you guys. Do you guys want to ride with us, or do you guys want to take your own car and you can follow us? It's just a Starbucks off this circle.
I don't want to just leave my car here. I'll go over there. It's fine.
I'll ride with you.
Sounds good.
I will also.
Also ride with us, or also take your own vehicle there?
No, ride with you.
You're good. Cool.
I'll ride with Marlowe. I don't know.
Sure, cool.
Do you bring your friend with you?
Bane?
Yeah. Do you bring Bane with you?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, he's got to go with me.
Love that for
Yeah.
everyone involved.
It's
He's my
some
fella
guy.
now.
It's just some guy and his fox. You know,
Yeah.
story as old as time, really.
It's just a short hop, skip, and a jump. But you guys arrive at the Starbucks, and it's very. The lights are on, but they're dimmed. There's only a few handful of people inside. Got some very low, chill, lo-fi playing in the background. Seems pretty empty for the most part. But the two individuals walk you back towards the manager's office.
This same. This is the one right across from
Monument, yes.
right.
And this is the one to, recall Riley's knowledge. This is the one that you warned the rest of your cell, hey, we don't go there because this is active territory.
Yeah. All right. I'm just kind of, as we're walking in, I'm gonna try to like make eyebrows at people.
Sure.
Like, non-verbally communicate. Like, whoops. Maybe we made a mistake, guys.
Just easy.
I think I'd give Riley a it's gonna be all right.
Sure. That's the face that you get back. In fact, before we go all the way in, I would like to like pull Vincent aside.
What?
Hey man, in light of what you were saying about sharing information, all that kind of stuff, this is some weapon grade shit that we're probably walking into. When on the other before what we are now, this place was a no-fly zone when I was employed.
Okay. You're on the inside now.
It was a no-fly zone because of who ran the place.
Okay.
So
Well, they're selling shit to our friend. So
yeah, not just welcome to the game, and I'm gonna walk inside.
As you walk inside, it's very much a very low to mid management office. No one's inside. So you guys sort of walk in. There's a couple of chairs that sort of are propped up against the wall for you guys, but they look like they've seen way better days. And you just sort of see one of them sigh. As they walk over to what looks like an old iPod on a docking station and press play. As a song begins to play, and the door gets kicked open behind you guys. On the line, X gonna give it to you as he walks in wearing what looks like a tank top with some glasses on, some cargo shorts, hair tied back. After he makes his entrance, they go ahead and instantly turn it off as soon as he enters and sits down across from me in the manager's chair.
So, nice to meet you. It's good that you've choreographed that, I suppose. Could these two stay here?
These two?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna take out the flask and drop it on the desk and go, what's this?
That? Yeah, you mind?
Oh,
Because
I think it's yours.
picks it up and smells it. He looks over the two inquisitively before they nod. That's a creation that we use down in the lab.
That you are selling to random people?
Anyone who wants to buy it.
I see. And the two that did the selling, are they a couple of many or
Are you a cop?
no? I think that we have shared business later tonight.
He looks to you. One second, please.
I hate that I'm blushed for this because I have to breathe, but I'd so much rather not.
I need each of you to go ahead and roll composure plus subterfuge. Oh!
Probably not.
Composure plus what was it?
Subterfuge.
Good
Right.
grief, 11 dice.
And I should probably willpower that just to be safe. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
So that puts me at 7
Okay.
hits.
With that being the case, he looks towards you, Vincent, about mentioning the business tonight. Both of you are free to go. They sort of nod and head out. He stands up and walks over and closes the door and locks it behind him. Well, then you and your pet, and when they say pet, they point over towards Riley. Can, well, you must be in the know then. Yes.
A bit.
How much of a bit are we talking about?
I don't know how you did that.
To be fair, I didn't do this. I just employ the people who do.
Okay. Well, I'm interested in learning more about it.
How new are you?
You didn't know me, so new enough.
Fair. But also doesn't give me a lot of information. There has been a change in Indianapolis recently, and I'm learning a lot of new faces. Next question is, which baron do you fall under?
I'm happy to answer, but tell you what, I'll tell you specifically how old I am if you tell me how old you are.
I like that deal. 158.
Dude, math. Uh, we're 4 or 5. I don't remember. So I was gonna say 4, I think, but we might be talking about different things. Mine is days.
So does that mean the three of you are children of the night? See me
name
once
keeps
again
coming.
excluding Riley from the thing.
All right. I'm sorry I tried to play this game. You know who I am.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you
Like, you got the jabs, you got the miscounts, you got all kinds of stuff. Even if you don't know who I am, you know generally who I am, right? I'm going to pull the sleeves up. I got my tattoos going and all that kind of stuff.
Riley, is now the time.
Oh, now's the time. Called me a pet. Didn't count me in the number of my peers.
You're the
I
only
think
one
I'm
who.
gonna hold. I think I'm gonna hold up a hand up in front of Riley. I can't ask them to go.
Fight, fight, fight.
I'm not asking for them to go. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the dynamic. Whether they are your ghoul or maybe I'm just unable to assess the situation properly. That there were three of us in the room, and one of you were very good at hiding what you are.
There's 4. We're all on the same team.
Then my apologies.
It's okay. I think that they were maybe getting offended, but we're here to make friends.
There's a very curt and slightly fanged smile that is on Riley's face at the moment. Just, my bad.
So I see we have a brouhaha. What else is everyone else? If you
I
don't mind
guess
me
I would.
asking, I apologize.
Oh, I don't mind you asking. I just think that while we're doing so well with the business thing, I'm happy to do formal introductions if you are.
Yeah. I'm X. I run these parts, and I'm what they call a caitiff. I don't align with any of the clans.
I'm Vincent. I'm told that I'm La Sombra, and I believe that I report to a Fairfield. But still learning what a lot of those words mean.
Interesting. And So we have a Bruja, a Lasombra, and a Nosferatu. What?
My
Toreador's
name's
dick.
Oh, I see the tattoo. I see. Thought your name was maybe Rose or something. I was a little confused.
I think the tattoo predates the condition, but it is accurate here.
Yeah.
and my name's
Get those wheels
Marlowe,
back.
and I don't know what clan I am.
Unknown, that is.
I don't think Marlowe knows.
No, because Fairfield was like, I'm unsure of
Yeah, and
what
Carter
you
wouldn't
are.
share because the less
'Cause he's an
information
asshole.
Marlowe knows, the better. Because he is an asshole. Yeah, I'll tell you when you're older, kid.
Exactly. When you understand what the word means, then you get to know what it is.
I simply say Kenneth, and that's it, because it's pretty clear about, everything else. So
Hmm. Well,
I've been trying to get him to go by just Ken, but it's not working.
it's a work in progress.
he stands up, turns around, and you see that this tank top on the back, it just says, I'm Knuff.
I'm just Ken.
Okay. So you guys are going a
You said
little bit R and R tonight then, yes.
yes.
Perfect.
You said, though, that you're unaffiliated. I guess
Not unaffiliated, I'm still part of the movement, but I don't claim any of the clans. I don't really. I'm sure some of you are learning. There's disciplines associated with each one of us. There's banes of our curses that have been passed down through the bloodline. None of them seem to really affect me. I get bits and pieces of disciplines from here and there, and Bane is unlike anyone that I've seen.
interesting.
Good word for it.
And you said that you didn't make that?
No, I just hire out the people who do.
I see. I guess the star ingredient.
Mhm.
Is that you?
If you would like that level of information, I'm going to need something from you.
I have an offer.
Happy to hear it.
I'll help you move it.
And with that, we will go ahead and wrap up tonight's session. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. We will be live next week with another episode of Indy by Night. But this was episode 4, A Good Bloody Party. So we will go ahead and see you guys again next week. And have a wonderful, wonderful night, guys.